If you're over 65, there are some homes you should think twice about visiting. Too often, not because you should isolate yourself, and not because everyone around you is harmful, but because some people quietly steal your peace, your confidence, and your emotional energy, little by little, and by the time you realize it, you feel more exhausted than connected. As we grow older, life becomes less about pleasing everyone and more about protecting our peace. In this video, we're talking about 9 types of people seniors should avoid spending too much time around after 65. Some of these people may look harmless at first. Some may even be people you've known for decades. But staying too close to them for too long can slowly affect your emotional well-being, your stress levels, and even the quality of your later years. And one of these types is often the reason many older adults feel emotionally drained, without understanding why. The first type is the person who constantly brings drama and conflict. Everywhere they go, every visit somehow turns stressful. There's always tension, arguments, family feuds, someone is upset, someone is offended, someone is attacking someone else, and before you know it, you leave their house feeling emotionally heavy. Some people live in constant chaos. Peace feels uncomfortable to them, so they create problems even when none exist. They pull others into arguments, spread negativity between family members, turn simple conversations into emotional battles. After 65, constant stress affects the body differently. Too much emotional pressure can affect sleep, mood, energy levels, and overall health. You are not obligated to keep surrounding yourself with unnecessary chaos simply because someone is family or an old friend. Protecting your peace matters. The second type is the gossip collector. These people are always searching for information. Every visit feels less like connection and more like interrogation. They ask personal questions about your finances, your health, your children, your relationships, and your private struggles. Then somehow later, your personal business becomes public conversation. At this stage of life, privacy becomes valuable. Not everyone deserves full access to your personal world. A peaceful life often requires learning when to stay silent, when to keep certain matters private, and when to avoid people who treat your life like entertainment. The third type is the person who only remembers you when they need help. Months pass without a phone call. No check-ins, no concern about your health or well-being. Then suddenly they appear with a problem. They need money, a favor, a ride, a place to stay, help with bills, help fixing situations they created themselves. Many seniors are naturally generous people. They were raised to help others, sacrifice, and always be available. But there's a difference between kindness and being emotionally or financially used. Real relationships involve care in both directions, not just one person constantly giving, while the other constantly takes. The fourth type is the chronic complainer. Everyone goes through difficult moments. Everyone needs emotional support sometimes. But some people live permanently inside negativity. Every conversation becomes about problems. The world is terrible, people are terrible. Nothing is good enough, nothing ever changes. And after spending time around them, you feel emotionally drained. Negativity spreads quietly. The more time you spend around hopelessness, the easier it becomes to lose your own sense of joy and gratitude. The later years of life should include moments of calm, appreciation, laughter, and emotional balance. Not endless emotional heaviness every time you visit someone. The fifth type is the constant critic. No matter what you do, it's never enough for them. They criticize your appearance, your decisions, your lifestyle, your spending habits, even the way you enjoy your retirement. You visit them hoping for warmth or encouragement, but somehow you always leave feeling worse about yourself. At first you may ignore it. You may tell yourself that's just their personality. But repeated criticism slowly wears down confidence. Over time and after 65, emotional stress can affect people more deeply than they realize. Constant negativity can impact mental well-being, self-esteem, and emotional peace. You deserve relationships where you feel respected, appreciated, and emotionally safe, not constantly judged. The sixth type is the manipulator, who uses guilt to control you. These people know exactly how to make you feel bad for saying no. They guilt you for resting, guilty for setting boundaries, guilty for spending money on yourself, guilty for protecting your time and energy. Eventually, you stop making decisions based on peace and start making them based on pressure. Many older adults spend years emotionally exhausted because they feel responsible for everyone else's happiness, but protecting your emotional health is not selfish. At this stage in life, your peace matters. Your rest matters, your energy matters. And anyone who truly respects you will understand your boundaries instead of punishing you for having them. The seventh type is the financially reckless person. This doesn't mean someone who simply struggles. Financially, hard times can happen to anyone. This refers to people who repeatedly create financial problems through irresponsible choices, then expect others to rescue them over and over again. Some seniors lose savings, retirement stability, and peace of mind constantly trying to save. People who refuse to change their behavior. Helping someone occasionally is kindness. But sacrificing your own security to support repeated irresponsibility can become dangerous. Retirement years should focus on stability and reducing unnecessary stress, not constantly cleaning up someone else's financial disasters. The eighth type is the person who makes you feel emotionally unsafe. Sometimes there's no dramatic explanation. You just feel tense around them, careful with your words, nervous, uneasy. Guarded, maybe they explode unpredictably. Maybe they mock your feelings. Maybe they twist your words or create emotional pressure every time you visit. Your body often recognizes emotional danger before your mind fully explains it. As people age, emotional safety becomes extremely important. Feeling calm and respected around others affects overall quality of life more than many realize. If someone consistently disturbs your inner peace, pay attention to that feeling. And the ninth type is the person who disrespects your age and experience. These people treat older adults like their opinions no longer matter. They interrupt you, constantly dismiss your wisdom, ignore your life experience, or speak to you with impatience and subtle disrespect. But growing older does not make your voice less valuable. Experience matters, wisdom matters, perspective matters. Healthy relationships involve mutual respect. Regardless of age, you deserve to spend time around people who still listen to you. Value your stories and appreciate the lessons your life experience carries. One of the most important lessons after 65 is learning that peace is more valuable than constant social approval. You do not need to keep visiting people who leave you emotionally exhausted simply because you've known them for a long time. A smaller circle with genuine respect, calm energy, and emotional safety is often far healthier than being surrounded by people who constantly drain your spirit. And sometimes the strongest decision you can make after 65 is not chasing more people. It's protecting your peace from the wrong ones. Because life becomes lighter when you stop forcing yourself to stay connected to people who constantly drain your spirit. The truth is, growing older is not about becoming lonely. It's about becoming wiser with your energy, your time, and your emotional space. You deserve conversations that bring comfort, relationships that bring respect, and environments that bring calm instead of stress. So as you move through this season of life, pay attention to how people make you feel after you leave their presence. That feeling will tell you everything you need to know. If this video spoke to you, take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, send this video to them today. Take care of your peace, because it becomes more valuable with every passing year.